Good day. We are the Group 4, and I am Injan Cadet Gibuya, and I'm gonna talk about the role of media in globalization. So, first, let's talk about the role of media in globalization process. The media technologies are intended to reach a large audience by mass communication. Today, the media play a key role in enhancing globalization. And the media also play important role in facilitating culture exchange flows of information between countries. The media spreads through international news broadcast, new technologies, television programming, film, and music. So we can see here the mass media communication or mass communication. So this considers the television, the radio, and etc. So it is stated here the culture exchange. So when we talk about culture exchange, maunis lang mga cultures, traditions, and mga ways other countries na na-share sa from one country to another. So through media, it's gonna be more easier for us. And mas maayo na siya kay for example, madto ta sa link countries, then di lisod na tong pag-group up sa ila. It's because we already learned about their culture and their ways. So the media spreads through international news broadcast. So this is not just local, but this is international all over the world. So media and globalization. Before the 1990s, most mainstream media were national in scope. Since then, most communication media have become increasingly global. So, how amazing it is, right? Because since 1990s pa lang nanatay media and tawaging panahon na before kay dili pa kayo as in grabe nga pareha sa karon. So, this um um year sa nay mga social media, paspas na kayo ang pag-spread sa mga balita karon. Um, Next, the international flows of information have been assisted by the development of global capitalism, new technologies, and increasing commercialization of global television, and which have occurred as a consequence of the regulation policies adopted by various countries in Europe and US, paving the way for the proliferation and cable and satellite channels. So, before kay atong mga TV kay kana pa na mga kuan sa likod, di ba? Then karon kay high-tech na kaayo kay mga flat screen na and karon cable na dagan nagtagamit og cable. Ako kaya sa advantage because kung nakita ning cable and satellite dili ra local nga mga news ang ato ang makita kundi makita sada sa from other countries, international nga mga balita. So aware na ta na sa mga pangtabo. So this is because of globalization. So the more nga naka-high-tech ta, nag-upgrade ta, the more po nga mas mo spread ning globalization sa ato sa atong country. Mo develop ta, samot na mo level up. Rapid expansion of global communications can be traced back to the mechanical advances of technologies during the 18th or 19th centuries, which began with the invention of the telegraph in 1837 and included the growth of postal services, cross-border telephone and radio communications, and the creation of a modern mass circulation press in Europe. So, na-state diri ang telegraph. Kaya siyang telegraph mo na siya itong gamit before pa lang sa pag kuan transfer of informations, pag send of message to one place or another to telegraph mo siyang gigamitan na to og signal. And in fact, until now, until 20th century, gigamit gyapon siya kaning Telegram. And now, grabe na kayo kay level up na ning growth in postal services, nagadugay na ng cross-border telephone and radio communications, the creation of modern mass circulation press in Europe, karon na ang social media. Yan mga pinakagrabe. Media and globalization. Today, the media play a key role in enhancing globalization, and the media also play an important role in facilitating culture exchange flows of information between countries. So, it is indeed that the media plays a big part in spread sa globalization. And what I've mentioned earlier, ang katong culture exchange flows. So, sharing of cultures, traditions, ways of one country to another. So, the media is a part of the globalization process. It's like pen of the globalization process because media shares everything that the globalization process dictates. The important role in globalization process as internet, which connects all the countries around the world. So that's all, and let's proceed for the next presenter.
I'm Engine Cadet Gonzalez. I'm here to discuss about the media globalization. So let's begin. The definition of this, the worldwide integration of media through a cross-cultural exchange of ideas. The role to the media play to the rush towards globalization. So globalization means the transfer of ideas and culture from the developed West to the undeveloped world, resulting in a homogenization of consumerist culture across borders that threatens to disrupt and permanently alter indigenous values. In generally, the truth, depth, and complexity of the global reach of media that has a great expanded the importance of what information lies within the public sphere. And the sharing of that information will adaptively continue have an effect both on the lives. The pros of the media globalization. The first is connectivity other countries. This can be seen as a good thing as it means we can connect with other people around the world and share our culture and experience. The second is the effectively equipped. We can access freely to any web pages and other reliability sources locally and internationally. The third one is the faster travel. This be acquiring primarily due to advance in technology that have enabled people, goods, money, data, and ideas to travel the world. So the last one is the knowledge. This can be seen as a human involving to help our intelligence grow by sharing the knowledge.
I'm going to discuss about the cons of media globalization. Media globalization defined as the phenomenon of expanding multinational corporate media investment resulting in the emergence of global oligarchy of the first-tier corporation which own and operate a variety of mass media content and distribution technologies. These technologies are film, music, television, radio, broadcasting, satellite, and other converged media. So the role of media globalization. The mass media are today seen as playing a key role in enhancing globalization and facilitating cultural exchange of multiple flows of information and images between countries through international news, broadcast, television, programming, new technologies, film, and music. So the cons of media globalization. First is inappropriate content. So young children and teenagers are exposed of inappropriate content such as pornography, drug drug abuse, violence, and criminal activities. So the next is technology make us vulnerable. So this is cons because we have become so independent on technology through online shopping that we are more likely to have our information stolen, that we could be financially disseminated with a short period of time. So that next is digital divide. So this is cons because where person who do not have access to media and other technology become isolated in the relation to the rest of the world, thereby creating global inequalities. So the last is global culture has led to the westernization of other culture. So this is disadvantages of globalization because they are damaging other culture and promoting cultural homogenization where everything is the same. So that's all, sir, the cons of media globalization. Thank you.
So I'm here to report that is there globalization without media. So there is practically no globalization without media and communication. Yet there is relationship is so obvious it is often overlooked because the mass media are today seen as playing a key role in enhancing globalization and facilitating cultural exchange and multiple flows of information and images between countries through international use, broadcast television, programming, news, new technology, film, and music. If before the 90s, mainstream media system is the most country of the world were relatively national in scope. Since the most communication media have become increasingly global, extending the reach beyond the nation state to conquer the audience worldwide. Internationally, flow of information have been assisted by development of global capitalism, new technology, and the increasing commercialization of global television, which has occurred as a consequence of the deregulation policy adopted by various countries in Europe and the United States in order to permit the proliferation of cable and satellite channels.
So good afternoon everyone. I am Injan Kadit Camille and today I'm going to discuss about is media globalization a form of cultural imperialism. So first, what is cultural imperialism? The term cultural imperialism refers to most broadly to the exercise of domination of in cultural relationship in which the values, practices, and the meaning of foreign culture are imposed upon one or more native culture. So some argues that that it is Western-dominated capitalist foundation only exaggerates inequality between nations. One of the criticism of globalization is that it is based on cultural imperialism, or the belief that one nation should be molded like Western nations. On the globalization of media, on the other hand, one criticism of globalization of media is that it can sometimes reinforce inaccurate beliefs about certain nation. Meaning to say, media globalization is a form of cultural imperialism in which it can sometimes it is believed that it is one of the criticism of globalization that it is based on cultural imperialism, or the belief that other nations should be molded like Western nations.